Okay, so if you open up the iMovie application, it should reroute you to a window that looks like this, where you can, for some of you, if you're just now downloading the app for the first time, you might actually have to grant it access to your photos. You're going to go to Create New, and then you want to do a movie. So you don't want to do a trailer, you want to do a movie. The nice thing about this is it's pretty intuitive. So yeah, you have your files up here that you can look at, but the easiest way to do it is if you have your video saved to your desktop, you can literally click your video and drag it straight into iMovie. Okay, super nice. You can see your video there. A couple of things I do want to point out. If you look over here, this little drag bar, if I make this smaller, I'm basically shrinking the amount of room that I have to edit. If I drag it all the way bigger, now I can literally see all of my content, see where I need to make my cuts. So let's say, you hit your presentation. You know that you're recording because you can see the little timer. Okay? Let's say you make an error and you want to do an edit. And you're watching your video. You can see the little timer. If I want to make an edit right there, use your space bar. If you use your space bar, it'll start and stop your video. Then all you have to do is hover your cursor right over the part of the video that you want to cut out. And then on the Apple keyboard, you can right click, but you can do Control click, and it'll give you some options. So the way I like to edit it is split the clip first, and I usually like to split it before I make the edit. Then I can scroll over, say I need to cut out this part right here, and that's the part that I want to cut out. Then I can come over here, I can right click again, split the clip. Now I have this chunk in the middle that I want to get rid of. When I click on the chunk in the middle, all I have to do is click delete. And that particular part of my video is out. Okay, I'll answer your questions in just a second, guys. I want to get through this. Now, pictures, title slides, all that good stuff. Remember, your cursor kind of delineates where you guys are in the project. So if I want to put a title slide, I actually need to click at the beginning of my project. If I come up toward the top, I have something that says titles. I click on the titles, and it gives me a bunch of different title slide options that I can use. Some are preloaded and pre-generated. Others are pretty basic. I always like to go with basic title slides. All you have to do is click that. If you hover over it, it'll show you a preview of it. Click that, and then you can drag it down to your presentation. If you drag it down on top of your video slide, whatever you type will then end up showing up over your video. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but when I hit play now, now my title shows up over my video. Okay, you can also do that by dragging it out in front of your presentation. So if I don't want the text to overlay my face, okay, I can have my name, and I can have my topic. Now I have this little title slide that happens before I get to my presentation. You'll know that you're recording because you can see the little timer. I think this is going to be really helpful for you guys when you start interlaying or overlaying your research. So let's say I get into the middle of my video and I'm talking about, Matt, you got your survey up in front of you?
Yeah.
What's your third question on the survey, Matt?
Does the U.S. need more guns?
Does the U.S. need more gun control? Let's say I want to put that right in the middle of my presentation. Okay, I can do that. The nice thing is you can edit the video in various ways. So let me see if I can get a picture here. If I drag, this is our new CrossFit shirt. If I drag my picture in here, I can put this picture on top of my video. If you click the picture, look at this drop-down menu right up here. It says cutaway. If I drag the picture on top, watch what happens. It actually cuts away to my picture, which could be appropriate. But maybe you want to have like a picture inside of a picture. So if I click on the picture that I'm doing, instead of a cutaway, maybe I do a split picture. So now, I have my picture right next to my video. So that is an option. Another option that you could do, instead of doing a split screen, you could do a picture inside of a picture. So maybe I want to still be seeing my face when I'm talking, okay, but I want that picture inside of the picture. So I can actually put that
So now you can do your transcript
straight
in today's
on top, which would be great. What's your question again, Matt?
Does the U.S. need more gun control?
Does the U.S. need more gun control? He can be giving his presentation, and then he overlays a picture of that question. Okay. You can also add effects to your pictures, which are kind of nice. You can do this crop feature. The Ken Burns kind of does that drag where it moves. I think that's a little bit distracting, so I just like crop to fill, or just go ahead and fit it to the page. Then when you go back to rewatch it, the picture isn't moving. It's not scrolling. There are a million features that you guys can do with this to make it sound really good and look really good. But the vast majority of your grade is coming from your content. So I would get your content done, I would get your video recorded, then worry about going back and making it look pretty. Last thing I want to show you is down here where the audio is. I know it's kind of small on my screen because I've got it projected up here, but look at this. Let's say there's a particular part in my project where the audio gets really low and I can't hear it. If I hover over the audio right here, I can actually click on this line and it will increase the volume of my audio. So I don't necessarily have to go back and re-record it if it's not loud enough. I can just drag that audio clip up. The other nice thing is maybe you're inserting a video or you're inserting another audio clip, maybe from like a radio broadcast or something. The nice thing is if I right click on my video, so control click, I can come down here and detach my audio. That's going to separate the audio from my visual. And then down here at the bottom, if I wanted to,
So now you can do your
when I'm talking, I can actually split the audio clip and then I can delete the audio. So that portion of my project
So now you can do your
gets quiet.
Today's new.
So I can cut that in and out if I need to. The other nice thing is just like I dragged a picture into my file, I could also drag a video into my file. This is probably a huge video, so I'm not going to drag that. But you could literally drag another video file into your presentation. I can click on that. I can come up here to cutaway. I can do picture in picture. Now check this out.
So now you can do your in today's news. My name is Justin Smiley. In today's news, we're gonna.
So I can pause one of my audio streams, and that audio stream can switch to the picture inside of the picture. We're kind of getting into the weeds a little bit with some of this stuff, but I hope most of you guys kind of have a basic idea of how to do that. First things first, you got to get your video done. Then you drag your video into iMovie. Then you can edit your video in iMovie. Guys, if you've looked at your schedule, look at your schedule. Next Monday and Tuesday are completely devoted to editing video and audio. I will be here. I will be available to help if you need me. But the worst thing you could possibly do for this project is not have your video or your audio recorded before you come to class next week. Because when everybody's spending all this time editing their video, trying to make it look good and sound nice, which, by the way, if you've looked at your rubric, the first 3 categories come from the video itself, right? Videos, photos, audio, titles, transitions, and effects. So if you don't come to class on Monday or Tuesday next week with that stuff ready to rock, you're not going to be able to fulfill those categories. Okay? I'll go ahead and stop this, and then I can